Welcome everyone to Job Preps of Home. Today we are going to solve all the papers that has been asked by the Gauhati High Court in 2025. All of this we will try to solve. I have eliminated the aptitude and reasoning part. Okay, the aptitude and reasoning part I have skipped because they are easy. The aptitude and reasoning part I have skipped. Okay, so let's start without wasting any time. So the first question paper that we are going to cover will be of the computer assistant exam. As you can see, it was held on 25th January 2025. So the very first question is related to the brain of the computer. So what is the brain of the computer called? It is called the CPU. Which of the following commands, question number 2, is called the three-finger salute? Three-finger salute, which one of these will be the correct option? Option number A. Then in computer processing, dash selects processes from the pool and loads them into memory for execution. For the purpose of execution, which of the following loads the processes from the pool and loads them into memory? So which of these is the correct answer? Job scheduler. Okay, job scheduler. And these are some of the definitions. You can pause and read. These are very easy: CPU, motherboard, hard disk drive, and hardware. And this is some of the Control plus Alt and Control plus Shift combinations. So this one was our answer. Okay, and as you can see, the Control plus Shift and Escape is also called Fast Track Manager. A scheduler is a part of the operating system that manages the execution of processes to efficiently utilize the CPU and other system resources. Okay, it is basically the scheduler is what is the function of the scheduler to efficiently utilize the CPU and other processes. Okay, its basic function is the execution of processes. And why is this important? Why is the scheduler is important? It can efficiently utilize the CPU. Okay, that means it helps prevent the CPU to get overloaded. And these are the various terms, different types of scheduler: job scheduler, CPU scheduler, and midterm scheduler. The CPU scheduler is for every few milliseconds, and this is for a degree of multiprogram. This is for continuous. There is no time limit in job scheduler. Okay. Next is question number 4. Which of the following is an area of an email, which is a short description of the message? Area of an email, short description of the message, it is the subject. Firewalls. So what are firewalls used? It is used to protect against unauthorized attacks. Shortcut key to create a key document. So Control plus N. Control plus N. What is a printer? Printer is an output. Periodically updating, changing and deleting file records is called updating. Which of the following is not considered a secondary storage? Not considered a secondary storage. So secondary storage are non-volatile. Non-volatile. These are secondary storage, such as hard disk. Okay, hard disk, SSD, NVMe, NVM. Okay, and other than that, magnetic disk, magnetic drums. These are all secondary storage. So which one is not a secondary storage? It is the semiconductor memory. It is the primary storage. It is the primary storage. Which of the following is an object-oriented language? Which of the following is not an object-oriented language? So it is common. It is procedural language. That means in this language The programming is done for an entire business, not for an individual object, not for individual object or for individual department or for individual computer. This COBOL language is used for the entire business, for creating an entire process. Okay, and rest of them are object oriented. And these are some of the definition of updating, upgrading, replacing a software, and restructuring. As you can see, these are non-volatile storage, as I said. Semiconductor memory, example RAM, cache memory, primary memory, which are volatile and used for temporary data. Next is online credit card transaction. It involves which type of processing? It involves transaction processing. Question number 12, verification of login name and password. It is called as authentication. URL is an acronym for Uniform Resource Locator, option A. A computer program that converts assembly language to machine language, very easy, as it is written assembly language to machine language. It is assembler. Generation of computers with VLSI technology and microprocessor. So it will be the fourth or the latest generation. Question number 16, speed of PC. It is measured in megahertz. Actually megahertz is for older CPUs, okay, where millions of cycles per second used to measure, but now it is measured in gigahertz. This is gigahertz, gigahertz, you know that, okay. What is the basic unit of speed in CPU? It is the cycle, and each cycle billions of transistors within the process open and close, okay. So a CPU with a clock speed of this will execute billion cycles per second. Before it was millions, that means before it was megahertz. Now megahertz is outdated. Now instead of megahertz, gigahertz is used, okay. And what is the acronym for basic? Beginners all purpose symbolic instruction code. And now let's revise a little bit about the static part, about the history of technology used. As you can see, first generation vacuum tubes, magnetic drums, second generation is transistors, third generation is integrated circuits, and the fourth generation is the VLSI, very large scale integration and microprocessors. And about this basic, so basic is used for beginners and non-science students, okay. So those who do not understand computer, or those who are just beginners, this language was developed by John H. Cremini and Thomas E. Kurtz in the year 1864. Next is question number 18, GUI. It is graphical user interface. So what exactly is the graphical user interface? It is the icons, buttons and menus. For example, if you are watching YouTube right now, so in your phone there will be this logo or the application logo of YouTube, okay. You clicked on it, you clicked on this icon and the YouTube opens. So that is the icon, that is the buttons. So you don't have to type text commands, okay. You don't have to type text commands, just click on the app and the YouTube will open. So this is called graphical user interface. What is a which is a software? Which of this is software? MS Word. What is WAN? WAN is the wireless area network or wireless local area network, okay. This is the wireless local area network, as you can see. So what it means to browse or move from website to website. So one website to another website, if we are moving from one website to another, this is called surfing, option number D. Which of the following is not a programming language? So you can easily tell Microsoft. Microsoft is the name of the company. Trackball, mouse and joysticks are all pointing device. Which documents converted to dash can be published to the network? Documents. So it is HTML, hypertext markup language. What are .base, .doc, .html? These are all called extensions. Dash are often delivered to PC through email attachment and are often designated to harm. So attached to email I have designed to harm, that is the virus. You have to read the definition very carefully, okay, otherwise you might make a mistake, okay, in this type of definitions. It is said that it is attached to an email and it is designed to do harm, so it is a virus. Which of the following is not a web browser? So Casio is the name of a company. All of these are web browser. RAM is considered volatile, which means it is temporary. Okay. We all know that RAM is temporary. Volatile means temporary. Once you switch off the computer, the memory stored in the RAM will also get deleted. Dash are specifically designed computer to perform complex calculations, so these are supercomputers. Storage, the returns power after the just the opposite of volatile. It is the opposite of volatile, which is non-volatile. Okay. Buying and selling of goods over the internet, e-commerce. Which of the following is the binary number? So what are binary number? Binary number is the number which is used, which is understood by computer only, which consists of only these two digits, 0 and 1. Okay. So this will be the correct option, 1 2 3 1. So where is RAM located in the computer? So RAM is located in the motherboard. Hackers break into the computer system with illegal moves. Yes. What are hackers? They break into the computer system with illegal motives. Which segment is the segment in which businesses directly sells to consumer? So business is B and consumer is C, so B2C. Dash enables your computer to connect to other computers. So if you want to connect computer to other computers, what you will need? You will need network. Okay, obviously if you want to connect one computer with another, what will you need? You will need network. So option is network interface card. Pre-coded instruction, question number 37, a set of pre-coded instruction, that means programs executed by computer. Pre-coded instructions, these are programs. Instructions to a computer given in dash language. So we know what is the language. It is in machine language. MS Word is an example of application software. These are very easy questions. Dash is a condition data in which the same piece of data is held in, that means duplicacy, duplicate data. Okay, this is duplicate data. They are talking about duplicate data. So where is duplicate data? Data redundancy. This is data redundancy. Okay. Assams that produce machines that display the same type of intelligence as humans. Okay, it is artificial intelligence. So let's know about all this. Data redundancy, I just said same data is, what is data redundancy? Same data is duplicated multiple locations, that is data redundancy. What is data encapsulation? Hiding internal data and implementation details in object oriented language. This refers to hiding the internal data. Okay, that is what type of data are used and how it has been implemented. These are hidden in the object oriented programming. Okay, these are hidden in the object oriented programming. So that is data encapsulation. What is data normalization? It is to remove data. Normalization is used to remove data redundancy, that is remove redundancy. As you can see, it is to remove the data redundancy and organize data efficiently. Data hiding is not a correct term. Okay, it is a wrong term. It is not related to computer. Cache memory acts between CPU and RAM. Okay, in IT the memory that is used to increase bandwidth. So what is it? It is memory interleaving. What is Windows Explorer? Windows Explorer is actually a file manager. What is net neutrality? Net neutrality, that means internet service provider ISP and government should treat all data in the internet equally. That is net neutrality. What is an error in the software hardware? What is an error? Error is a bug. If any data, question number 47, if any data on a computer is cut and then pasted where the data is data temporarily stored. That means you cut a data and then you paste it, okay, but unless you paste it, it is stored in clipboard, okay, it is stored in clipboard, and then it is pasted. So until and unless you paste the data, it is stored in clipboard. MS-DOS is a command based operating system, okay. Just now we saw GUI, okay. What is GUI? Where there is icons are given, and just before what is this MS-DOS? MS-DOS is a command based operating system. There are no icons in MS-DOS. There are no icons, okay. What will be the value of MS? This is very easy. This is a mod function. Two numbers will be given and the result will be the remainder. You have to divide the number, that means 3, 9, and if you will be minus 2. So 2 is the remainder and that is the answer. This function gives the remainder, okay. So the correct answer is 2. What is scrambling of code is known as? What is the scrambling of code known as? It is known as encryption. Now comes the general knowledge and current affairs part, which actually consists of 30 marks. So the Mira How Chongba festival, question number 51, symbolizes brotherhood and unity. It belongs to Manipur. Practice of greenwashing, question number 52 is, which is the best describe the practice of greenwashing? So what is greenwashing? Falsely promoting company products as eco-friendly and environmentally sound. That means lying to the customer. When a company lies to its customer and the government that they are producing eco-friendly and environmentally sound products, that is greenwashing. Question number 53, who is the 51st and present Chief Justice of India? So who is that? This is a very easy question. The answer will be Justice Sanjeev Khanna. So as you can see, according to the article 124.2, the President appoints the CJI. This question is also asked. Who appoints the Chief Justice of India? The President appoints the Chief Justice of India according to article 124.2. This you know, you have to, in order to become a Chief Justice of India, the person must be a judge of the High Court for 5 years or an advocate for 10 years. And the Chief Justice can be removed voting 2/3 of the majority of both the houses. And also this question is asked, this is the Lok Sabha, this is the maximum capacity, okay. This is the maximum capacity and this is the present capacity right now. This is the present capacity of Lok Sabha. Maximum capacity of Lok Sabha is 550, and how many of them are right now? 543. And for Rajya Sabha it is 250, at present it is 245. Before there are 2 extra members which are nominated by the President from the Anglo-Indian community, okay, before. But after the 104th Constitutional Amendment 2019, the Anglo-Indian member nomination is removed. So at present these are removed, okay. And these are some of the fairs and festivals in Arunachal Pradesh which are important from exam point of view. So Losar, Nyokyo, Togya, Dri, Mopin, as you can see, these are from Arunachal Pradesh. And these are from Nagaland, Motso, Mong, Ailong, Srenki. These are from Nagaland, the Manipur, and then Mizoram, Meghalaya. Who won the FIDE World Championship held in Singapore? Question number 54. So who won it? Gukesh Doremanju, and he is the youngest champion at 18 years old, and he is the second Indian. Who is the first Indian? Is Vishwanathan Anand. He won 5 times. Magnus Carlsen also won 5 times, and Gukesh beat Ding Laren. Okay, this guy, Ding Laren at Singapore. Who is the president of FIDE? He is Arkady Gorkovich. The forest area of Salent Valley is located in Kerala. Who is responsible for conduct of elections? So Chief Election Commission. Okay. Who is the present Chief Election Commissioner? Gyanesh Kumar. Who is the Lok Sabha Speaker? Om Birla. I think Jagdeep Dhankar is resigned. Okay. He is no longer the Chief Justice of India. He is resigned recently, this month, last month. Which of the following is the cheapest source of energy? So which is the cheapest source of energy? Very easy question. It is the solar energy. Rajya Sabha is never dissolved. Okay, Rajya Sabha is never dissolved. It always continues. Strait of Gibraltar. Strait of Gibraltar is between Spain and Morocco. And there is a list. You can check it out. Strait of Gibraltar is Spain and Morocco. Strait of Hormuz is Iran and Oman. Strait of Malacca is Malaysia, Indonesia. Bering Strait is between Russia and USA. Palk Strait is between USA, India and Sri Lanka. Tsushima Strait is Korea and Japan. These are not important that much, but these 5 are important. Next is the nearest city to Dibu-Soikia National Park. So which one is the nearest city to Dibu-Soikia National Park? Tinsukia. Boreal Wildlife Sanctuary is located in Kachar and Dima Hasao. Kherai Puja is followed by which tribe? It is followed by Boros. Panchayat election are direct. So I have given some information regarding the national parks in Assam. As you can see, which is the nearest national park? Shikna Jalao National Park. It is located in Shikna Jalao National Park. Okay, and there are some details. So Wildlife Protection Act 1972. This is the act under which something reserve, a biosphere reserve or anything is declared as a national park. This is the act, and these are the other national parks. Kaziranga National Park is in Golaghat and Nagaon. Manas National Park is in Bongaigaon and Borpeta. Dibru-Saikhowa is in Tinsukia. Nameri is in Sonitpur. Orang is the smallest national park. It is in Darang in Sonitpur. Dihing Patkai, Dibu in Tinsukia. Raimona is in Kokrajhar. And these are some of the wildlife sanctuary. These are some of the wildlife sanctuary. Some of the important. Okay, so you have to remember all of that. For the first made computer available for commercial use, it is the Univac. Which country has the largest internet users in the world? China. Name of India's first supercomputer? Param. Rising cases of human metapneumovirus, HMPV virus. Why it has been recently used? It is in China. National Space Day. National Space Day is celebrated in 23rd August, and in 23rd August International Day of Remembrance, 10th December Human Rights Day, 24th October is United Nations Day and World Development Formation Day, and 18th March is Ordnance Factories Day. What is the kafala system? It is followed in Middle East. Exploitive relationship between foreign workers and their employee. Simbex is an exercise between which two countries? India and Singapore. I have attached all the important 5. See, these are the exercises which have happened till now in the year 2025. Okay, Surya Kiran, Nepal. Cyclone, Egypt. Dharma Guardian, Japan. Khanjar, Kyrgyzstan. Dustlik, Uzbekistan. Nomadic elephant, Mongolia. Till now in 2025, these are the exercises that have took place, and in 2024 these are the exercises. Okay, desert cyclone, UAE. Cyclone 1, Egypt. Khanjar, Kyrgyzstan. Sada Tansik, Saudi Arabia. Again Dharma Guardian, Japan. Samudra Lakshmana, Malaysia. Tiger Tam, USA. USA is very important. Lamitier, Seychelles. Dustlik, Uzbekistan. Shakti is France. Udabyas is USA. Kazin is Kazakhstan. Vajrapahar is US, Windex is Vietnam, Harimau Shakti is Malaysia. See, US have Yugadyas, Tiger Trump and Vajrapahar. All of these are USA. Okay, USA. So USA has 3 accesses. So they might ask one of it. Okay. Now is the English part. English part has 30 marks in the JAA exam. 30 marks. Sorry, I'm sorry, extremely sorry. Not 30 marks, 50 marks. Sorry, maximum marks is allotted in English. 50 marks. Sorry. So this one is very important. So some of the questions are very easy. For example, question number 71 to 75, you have to find the correct antonyms. Antonyms, that means opposite. So what is the opposite of high in this context? It will be small. Living for, coming from, taking, giving, to earn, to spend. Midnight is midday. These are the opposite words, and these are some of the definition of what is the meaning: great height, synonyms: tall, elevated, lofty, towering, intense, low, short. Okay, you can read it by pausing the video. Next is question number 76. Withdrawal of state or any large group from the country or federation. What is this withdrawal means? What is the definition? Withdrawal of a state or any large group from a country or federation. Okay, if any state gets separated from a country, what does it means? It means succession. What is a group of crows called? Murder. Water under the bridge means past events are no longer important. Okay, and these are some of the definition. Referendum means direct vote. Okay, segregation means enforced separation. Succession means, as I said, withdrawing, and disarmament means reduction or withdrawal of military forces. Arun told his friend Pranay that setting up a medical clinic will cost him his arm and. What does cost him arm and leg? That means expensive. Arms and leg means expensive. Choose the correct spelling. So which one is the correct spelling? You can do it very easy. Occasion. Okay, double C, 1S. 81. All of these are wrong. None of these. So what is the correct spelling? It will be play right. WRIGHT. Play right will be the correct spelling. Okay. Inconvenience. Inconvenience. So it will be the correct answer. Acquaintance. Acquaintance. So double A. Acquaintance. Beguile. So which one will be the correct answer? Beguile. Guarantee. So GURANTTE. Option number A. And these are the, what does it means? Occasion, beguile. You can pause and read it. Okay. And these are the antonyms and synonyms. And now we have to find the correct synonym. Expunge. What do you mean by expunge? Expunge means to remove somebody. Okay. Vindicate, that means absolve. That means to make someone not guilty. Recapitulate, that means summarize. Prognostication. What do you mean by prognostication? Prognostication will be prediction. And abort means terminate. And these are the meaning with antonyms and synonyms. Okay, you can pause and read. I have skipped the aptitude and reasoning section because it is very easy and anyone can solve. But if you want Okay, you can tell me in the comment section, but I don't think anyone will, because it is very easy, anyone can do it. Now the SMS part. Okay, so the SMS part consists of 20 marks, and you have to score 8 marks. This is qualifying in nature. Okay, so question number 1 তলত উল্লেখ করা কোনজনীয় ন্যায়াধীশ গুৱাহাটী উচ্চ ন্যায়ালয়ের মুখ্য ন্যায়াধীশ নহয়। তো there are 4 names given: B. Sudarshan Reddy, Madan Bilukar, Rishikesh Rai, Sandeep Mehta. Which one of them are not the Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court? So the correct option will be Rishikesh Rai. অসমীয়া ভাষাত ব্যাকরণ কোনে কৈছে? assamese grammar. Who wrote assamese grammar? Nathan Brown. অসমীয়া প্রথম অসমীয়া সনেট পুথিখনৰ নাম কি? What is the name of the first assamese sonnet? So it was written by Hiteshwar Borburua in the year 1917. So what is the name? Malos. তলৰ কোনটো শব্দ শুদ্ধ? So I have already given the correct option will be C. C is the correct. All of these are wrong. Okay, this is wrong, this is wrong, and these are the correct spelling. And these are the name of the judges. C. Chief Justice of Gauhati. Okay, Gauhati High Court. Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court. The first one is Leonard Stone, and the first Indian is TV Thadani. And these are the names. And from 21st July, who is the current Chief Justice? He is known as Ashutosh Kumar. Okay, it is better if you remember all these names. বর্তমান অসমৰ জিলাৰ সংখ্যা কিমান? So how many districts are there in Assam? 35. What is the latest districts? Tamalpur, Bajoli, Hojai, Bishwanath. কোনে কম্পিউটাৰ আৱিষ্কাৰ কৰিছিল? Everybody knows, Charles Babbage. আৰু Charles Babbage, where he is from? He is from UK. Charles Babbage is from UK. And the mechanical computer that he invented, what is his name? Difference engine. And in which year he invented the computer, the mechanical computer? 1822. ভাৰতৰ কোনখন ৰাজ্যত ভাৰতৰ সবতকৈ ডাঙৰ জেলখন আছে? So it is in Delhi, Tihar jail. We all know Tihar jail. And the world's largest prison, it is in Philippines. Okay, and it is the New Bilibid prison. New Bilibid prison, Philippines, is the world's largest prison, and India's largest prison is the Tihar jail. It is located in Delhi. Post office ভারতের কোনখন ঠাইত প্রথমে প্রতিষ্ঠা করা হয়েছিল? So correct answer will be Kolkata. Okay, first post office of India was formed in Kolkata. And who formed it? It is formed by Warren Hastings in the year 1766. And who formed the first modern post office? It is formed in 1854 in Mumbai by Dalhousie. Okay, Warren Hastings started the first post office in 1766, but Dalhousie came up with the modern post office. অসমৰ কোনখন ঠাইত ইউনেস্কোৰ দ্বাৰা বিশ্ব ঐতিহ্য স্থান হিচাপে নিৰ্বাচিত হৈছে? So UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay, so recently which one is made? Soraideo. Okay, কোনখন ঠাইত ইউনেস্কোৰ দ্বাৰা বিশ্ব ঐতিহ্য স্থান হিচাপে নিৰ্বাচিত হৈছে? So recently Soraideo. Kaziranga is also correct. C is also correct. A is also correct. I think both will be the correct. So these are the some of the important facts about postage stamps. Okay, you can read. First postal stamp 1947. First person in India stamp is Mahatma Gandhi. Pin code system was introduced in 1972. World's highest post office in Sikkim, Himachal Pradesh. First airmail 1911. And e-postal service, this question has been asked in many exams. In which year did e-postal service begin? In 2004. So I have given some details regarding the Charadeo Moidam becoming the first cultural heritage site in Northeast India. Okay, so when was it announced? The announcement was done in the 46th session of the World Research Committee, which was held in New Delhi, and in which date? July 26, 2024. Okay, and Kaziranga and Manas National Park are become World Heritage Site in 1985. And about UNESCO, UNESCO was established in 1945. Who is the Director General of UNESCO? Audrey Azoulay. Okay, and I have also given a just you can say current affairs tab. Okay, it is related to current affairs, but it is a static one. What is the Director? Who is the Director General of Archaeological Survey of India? Jani Seva, because he came to Assam on 27th July 2025 to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of Charadev Moidam's UNESCO tag. Okay, so this he came to Assam, so the question might be asked. Ahomor Sarvochcho Parbatmala Kunkhon, which is the highest peak in Assam? It is the Boral Range. Boral Range is the highest peak in Assam. Matikali হিসাবে অসমৰ আটাইতকৈ ডাঙৰ জিলা কোনখন? By area, by land area, which is the largest district in Assam? It is the Karbi Anglong. And which is the smallest? Dima Hasao. কেতিয়াৰ পৰা অসমৰ ৰাজধানী দিছপুৰ বুলি জনাজাত হয়? So in which year Dispur became the capital of India? In 1973. Ex officio অসমীয়াৰ প্রতিশব্দ কি? So what is the assamese word for ex officio? It will be Podan. অসমৰ দ্বিতীয় প্ৰধান নদী কোনখন? অসমৰ দুটা প্ৰধান নদী দুটা আছে প্ৰধান নদী, এটা হল ব্ৰহ্মপুত্ৰ আর দুটা হল বৰাক। সো দ্বিতীয় হল বৰাক। তলত উল্লেখ কৰা সন্ধি কোনটো শব্দ অশুদ্ধ? ভো প্লাস উক, ভাবুক। দিস ইজ রং। ইট উইল বি ভো প্লাস উক হলে ভুক হব, ভুক। ভুক। Okay, not bhabuk. So this one is the correct option. তল কোনটো শব্দ শুদ্ধ নহয়? সো কোনটো হ'ব? ভূমিষ্ঠ। এটো একো শব্দ নাই অসমীয়া ভাষাত। ওকে, ভূমিষ্ঠ বুলি একো শব্দ নাই। ড বৰ্ণটো তলত উল্লেখ কৰা কোনটো বৰ্ণভাগৰ অন্তৰ্গত? এটা মূৰ্ধন্য মূৰ্ধন্য বৰ্ণ। ওকে, বৰ্ণ কেই প্ৰকাৰৰ? মেইনলি 6 প্ৰকাৰৰ। কণ্ঠবৰ্ণ, এইবিলাক হয় কণ্ঠবৰ্ণ। তালবর্ণ, মূর্ধন্য বর্ণ, দন্তবর্ণ, অষ্টবর্ণ আর অষ্টবর্ণ। So you can read these are the various types of words used in Assamese grammar. তলত কোনটো শব্দ শুদ্ধ? So তলত কোনটো শব্দ শুদ্ধ? প্রসাদ is correct. This is wrong. Nikhad, Nikhad is also correct. This is also wrong. বুদ্ধিন্ন স হব, দন্তস্ব নহয়। এত দন্তস্ব হব। এটু কারো দুটাই কারেক্ট, এ আর সি দুটাই কারেক্ট। জি বর্ণ কারো সহায় নোহোৱাকৈ উচ্চারণ করে, এটা সবে জানে স্বরবর্ণ। ঠিক আছে, স্বরবর্ণ আর ব্যঞ্জন বর্ণ দুটা আছে। স্বরবর্ণ যেটো সহায় নালাগে, ঠিক আছে, সহায় নকৰাকৈ উচ্চারণ কৰিব পাৰি, আর ব্যঞ্জন বর্ণ যেটো সহায় লাগে। এই ব্যঞ্জন বর্ণ কাক লাগে? স্বরবর্ণৰ সহায়তে উচ্চারণ কৰিব লাগে। হাত দীঘল মানে ক্ষমতা সম্পন্ন। I think this is the last question, question number 120. So this ends the paper for computer assistant. Now moving on to next paper. So next paper is the contractual choppers. So this paper is very easy, as you can see. I have already mentioned that from question number 1 to 8 is the GK and GA, 31 to 40 is the SMS section. From question number 9 to 30 is the theory related to driving signals. So this is not required. Okay, so only 18 questions. We will study only 18 questions, and these are the type of questions asked in the driving theory part. Okay, as you can see, this is not related to our exam. So let's start from question number 1. So who won the ICC Men's Champions Trophy? Who won it? Everybody knows. India won the Champions Trophy. Okay, and who was the runner-up? New Zealand. And as you can see, player of the series Rachin Ravindra, most runs Rachin Ravindra, most wickets is the Matt Henry. And if you go towards the history of ICC Men's Champions Trophy, when was the first edition held? 1998. It was held in Bangladesh. Okay, who is the current champion? India. And who has the most run? Chris Gayle has the most run, and Kyle Mills has the most wickets. Next edition of men's championship will be held in 2029 India. Which is the last day district in Assam? We have just studied before, Karbi Anglong. Who is the Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court? Right now it has changed. Okay, Abhimanyu something. Okay, we have just studied. But according to this question, it will be Vijay Bishnoi. Okay, what is the state bird of Assam? The state bird of Assam is the white-winged dove. And Simandhu Shankardeva was born in the year 1449. Largest planet in our solar system is the Jupiter. Minimum age required to drive a motor vehicle in any place in India, it is 18 years old. Who was the first president of India? Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first president of India. Now comes the assamese section. Samarthak Shabda. Okay, that means you have to find the synonyms. So, what is the synonym of Prithvi? The synonym of Prithvi is Medini. Okay. And what is the synonym of Surya? It is Bhaskar. Choku, Netro. Okay. What is the, you know the meaning of Arun? Arun is sun. Arun means sun. Surya. Nila means home, ghar. Nila means home. Somir means bata, wind. Okay, Somir means wind. So they may be asked in the exam. Over wind or light. Prabha means goti. Okay, motion. Motion, which type of motion? Steep motion, hellanar motion, steep motion. Prabha মানে এদিকে ধরনের যদি মানে এদিকে যদি থাকে, that is prabha. Shoku, Robi means sun. Okay, and okay, I think this is it. উত্তম অধম, উত্তম বিপরীত শব্দ, উত্তম অপোজিট অধম, অমৃত গরল, কেহা মিন্স সাওয়ার, ওকে, কেহা মিন্স সাওয়ার। চৈতন্যময়, চৈতন্য মানে অপোজিট কি হবো? মূর্খ। সন্ধি ভাঙিলে কি হবো? দুও, দুও সন্ধি ভাঙিলে কি হবো? দুই যোগ ও, দুও। নদীয়াল, নদীয়ালের সন্ধি বিচ্ছেদ করিলে কি হবো? নদী যোগ আল। তারপতি, তার যোগ উপরি, তার উপরি। উপরোক্ত, উপর যোগ উক্ত। ওকে, and I think, as I said, there are only 40 questions, and this finishes the contractual chauffeur or driver question paper. Okay, now let's move on to next. Next is the chauffeur, and it is from the Kohima branch. Again 21 to 40 driving questions, so we only do 20 questions. That is the GK and GA. Because it is held in Kohima branch, so there is no SME section. Okay. Which country won the FIFA Men's World Cup 2022? So FIFA Men's World Cup 2022 was by Argentina. Which is the largest country in the world? The largest country in the world by land is Russia. Sepoy mutiny took place in which year? 1857. State bird of Nagaland is, we don't need to know, but it is blue tagobon. And the first chief minister of Nagaland, with the first, this is also not important from our examination point of view, but the answer is P. Shudu Ao. How many moon does Earth have? Only one moon. This again we have already done it. 18 years. Which of the following is not a team in IPL? So Gwalior Giants will have a team like, there is no team known as Gwalior Giants. Okay. Who is considered the father of computer? We have just studied Charles Babbage. The Dandi March was in the year 1930, 12 March 1930. Who was the first person to walk on the moon? So it is the Neil Armstrong. Independence Day was celebrated in 15th of August. Who finished the Runners Cup? It is South Africa. The Guide was written by R.K. Narayan. The Taj Mahal is situated in which state? Uttar Pradesh. How many sides does the Pentagon have? That is 5 sides. Which of the following is not a country? Mudland. There is no country known as Mudland. Highest population in the world? China. Festival of Lights? Diwali. Very easy question. And which is the largest ocean? Largest ocean is the Pacific Ocean. Okay. And this concludes the Chauffeur question paper asked under the Kohima branch of the Gauhati High Court. Now let's move on to the next paper, which is of the technical assistant. Okay. Start. So the first section is the general English section, 10 marks. So we have to find the correct synonym. So benevolent, what is the meaning of benevolent? Someone who is kind. What is medentious? Medentious, that means dishonest. Okay. What is the antony? Obscure. Obscure means something which is not clear. So what is the opposite or the antony? Clear. Spurious. Spurious, that means which is counterfeit or false. Okay. So what is the opposite? Authentic. I have cold feet. If someone says they have cold feet, that means they are hesitate or to lose courage. Hit the nail on the head. Be exactly right. I will apologize when pigs fly. That means he will never apologize. She said, I will call you tomorrow. She said that she would call me. The next day we know that when it is said, when the sentence is in future, it is in future tense. Future perfect, simple future tense. In simple future tense, said will be said. Okay, and then with that, I will, I means she, so that will be she. Will become would. Call me next. Tomorrow becomes the next day. Okay, the tomorrow converts to next day. So what do you call the person who believes in fate? It is fatalist. The person who does something for the public welfare, philanthropist. Next is the general knowledge section. It also consists of only 10 marks. So which constitutional amendment? So which constitutional amendment? It is the 101st. Okay. Then longest international border, it is the West Bengal. Okay. West Bengal is the longest international border, and the world's longest international border is the USA Canada. Which article of the Constitution during the amendment process? Article 368. This is removed. Article 370 is no longer valid. Article 350 deals with President's rule, and Article 350 is the national emergency, and Article 360 is the financial emergency. Financial emergency. Okay. And these are the various amendments that has been done so far. So as you can see, all of them has been mentioned. You can check it, take a screenshot or read. Okay, by pausing the video. Who is the author of the discovery of India? We have wrote it. We have asked this question many times. Jawaharlal Nehru. Headquarters of the International Monetary Fund, it is Washington DC. Kyoto Protocol is related to climate arrangement. 5G in telecommunication. What does it mean? 5th generation mobile network. What is the International Court of Justice? The Hague, Netherlands. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? Marie Curie. Indian scientist known as the missile man of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. He was also the president of India. And there are some static GK. International Monetary Fund, headquarters Washington DC, founded 1984, Christina Georgieva. Deputy MD is the Gita Gopinath. Kyoto Protocol was adopted in 1997. It came into force in 2005. International Court of Justice Hague, Netherlands, founded in 1945. President is UG Ayasawa. Now the section C has a general aptitude and section D has technical knowledge. Section C, as you can see, is basic and easy mathematics. Anyone can do it. Section D is purely technical questions and computer science. So it is not related to J exam. It's the assamese section. Okay. অসম শব্দটো সঠিক ইংরেজি অনুবাদ কি হ'ব? It will be Assam. Okay. ভাষা শব্দৰ পরিভাষার অর্থ কি? যোগাযোগের মাধ্যম. ওকে, কমিউনিকেশন. উই ইউজ ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ টু কমিউনিকেট উইথ ইচ আদার. অসমৰ প্রথম চার্টার্স অ্যাকাউন্টেন্ট কোনে আছিল? হু ওয়াজ দ্য ফার্স্ট চার্টার্ড অ্যাকাউন্টেন্ট ফ্রম আসাম? মহেন্দ্র কুমার বরা. বর্ণ শব্দের অর্থ কি? শব্দ. জীবনের গীত কাব্যগ্রন্থখনৰ রচয়িতা কোন? হু রোট দ্য নোবেল জীবনের গীত? হেমচন্দ্র গোস্বামী. তল কোনটো বাক্যত ক্রিয়া নাই? সো ক্রিয়া, that means verb. So something which the sentence which will show there is no work done. The sentence which has no work done will be our correct option. So ঘৰত মানুহ আছিল. Okay, this is the correct option. আকাশৰ দৰে নীৰৱ, something which is কি অলংকাৰ? So what? So it will be উপমা অলংকাৰ. লাজ শব্দটো ধৰণৰ বিশেষ্য. So এটা কি হ'ব? ভাববাচক. লাস্ট কি ভাব হয়? ঠিক আছে, লাস্ট পার্টটো ভাব হয়, তো ভাববাচক হ'ব. হাহে হাহে মাথে হাহে, এই বাক্যটো কিহৰ উদাহৰণ? সো হোয়াট ইজ দ্য এক্সাম্পল? ইট উইল বি অনুকাৰ শব্দ. ভাষা আন্দোলন, সো ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ রিভলিউশন ইন আসাম, when did it started? In 1961. একে মাৰ সংপাদক সহদৰ. অসমৰ কোনটো ঠাইত অগস্তা ইলিয়ৰ দৰে প্ৰাচীন গুহা কলাস্থিত ক'ত আছে? ডিমা হাছাও. অসমৰ প্ৰথমখন ব্যাকৰণ পুথি কোনে লিখিছিল? এগেইন দ্য সেম কোৱেশ্চন. অসমৰ প্ৰথম মহিলা অলিম্পিক প্ৰতিযোগী কোনে আছিল? সো দিছ অপশ্যন আর অল রং. ওকে, all of the options are wrong. Mary Kom is not from Assam. So the correct answer will be Lavlina Borgohain. Okay, she is the first woman from Assam to qualify for Olympics. Okay, Lavlina Borgohain, sometimes it is asked from which district, কোনখন জিলাৰ পৰা বা লাভলিনা ঘৰ ক'ত? সো ইট ইজ ইন গোলাঘাট. বারামুখী গোলাঘাট. ওকে, গোলাঘাট. এন্ড হিমা দাসের ঘর ক'ত? নগাঁও. আছে ফুফুৰা যোজনা. ওকে, ফুফুৰা যোজনা. আছে গরু নেবাই হাল হোৱাতকৈ নহাই ভাল. সো দক্ষতা থাকিও যদি ব্যবহার নকৰে তাতকৈ না থাকাই ভাল. উদুমীয়া গরু ঢাকুনিৰ একে শব্দটি নিয়ন্ত্ৰণহীন, সামথিং হুইচ ইজ লস্ট কন্ট্রোল. মাটিত পৰি ৰোৱা মানে হাৰ মানি লোৱা. হাতত জুই ধৰা মানে বিপদৰ কামত নামি পৰা. বিলাসী শব্দটিৰ বিপদ কি হ'ব? বিতব্যী. কোচ সেনাপতি চিলাৰ প্রকৃতির নাম কি? কি হ'ব? শুক্লধ্বজ. চিলাৰ বীর চিলাৰ বলে আমাদেরকে কও, তেখেতৰ প্রকৃতির নাম কি আছিল? শুক্লধ্বজ. আৰু নৰনাৰায়ণৰ নাম আৰুটো কি আছিল? মল্লদেৱ. ঠিক আছে, think wow question boundaries of this completes the technical assistant question paper. Okay, moving on to next paper. The next paper is the stenographer. Okay, this paper is actually a little bit lengthy. Okay, this paper is really lengthy, the stenographer grade 2, because of the English part. The English in this section is a lot, so we will try to solve as quickly as possible, otherwise it will take a lot of time. Okay, so question number 1 to 9 has been divided into 4 parts, A, B, C and D. One of these parts have an error. Okay, we have to find which of these parts have an error, and we have to ignore the punctuation and spelling error. That means if there are comma, semicolon, and other full stops, we have to avoid that. Okay, and also the spelling, punctuation and spelling mistakes we have to avoid, only the grammatical error. Okay, so first question is sum of the more best. Okay, we already know this is two type of degrees cannot be together. This is the superlative degree and this is the comparative degree. Okay, comparative and superlative degree cannot be together, so this part is the wrong. So the correct option is A. A ray of light passing through the center of a thin lens keep its original direction. This is a ray of light passing through the center. This is a universal truth. Okay, whenever a ray of light passes through the center of a thin lens, it keep original direction, so it will be keeps. Okay, so this part is the wrong answer. Okay, mandolin, a musical instrument that has strings, was probably copied from the lute, a many older instrument. We never use many in this context, we always use much, because much is uncountable. Okay, we know that something is more in when you compare two items. If the difference is countable, we use many. Many is countable. Okay, many is countable and much is uncountable. So in this context, much will be the fish, because okay, we are considering the age of the two old students, because but we don't know what is the age difference between the musical instruments, that is the mandolin and the lute. Okay, so we will use much. So option D is our option. Louis Armstrong was one of the most influenced. No. Louis Armstrong is noun, so we are describing Louis Armstrong, so it will be influential. Okay, this is the how to say, there is an adjective part. Okay, this is the most influential and respected of all jazz artists, so it will be influential. So B will be the correct option. Okay, laser beam can carry a long distance signal somewhat similar to in a way. Okay, in a way. So this will be the D will be the correct answer. This is the wrong part. On December 2014, who caused, okay, we never use who is used with person, living things. Okay, we use with living beings. So this will be the our option. Motherboard is a card, it is a non-living thing. Now we divide two parts, divided into two parts. So B is the correct option. Both the structure or, okay, both or we don't use, it will be either or. Okay, either, not both. So A is our correct option. To glide china and pottery, a paint is made with gold powder and applied, not applying. We are not applying right now. This is a general statement, so we will use applied. Applied. Okay. Next is question number 10 to 10. We have to find out the which one is, okay, spelling. Okay, we have to find the correct spelling, or we have to find the correct word. One word is wrong. Okay, one word is wrong. Sorry, one word is wrong. So we have to find the wrong word. Three of them will be correct. Okay, one will be wrong. Legislation is correct. Sorry, legislation is correct. This is correct. Legislator. This is not legislator. This is legislator. It will be legislator. So this one is the option. Listen is correct. Lessee is correct. Lesser, L-E-S-S-E-R. So this one is wrong. So this will be the option. Ingredient. Ingredient is I-N-G-R-E. Ingredient, not ingredient. There will be E. So this will be the correct option. Disciplinary. It will be A. Okay. So this one is wrong. So this one is the correct answer. Servant. So this will be A. So this will be the correct answer. Okay. Choose the opposite word. Word opposite in the meaning of the bolded answer. So what is the opposite of fat and flabby? So fat will be, flabby means someone which is who has difficulty moving, okay. His body flaps, that means his hands and legs flaps. So fat will be opposite of thin, okay. You can easily see this will be the answer, because the opposite of fat will be thin and the opposite of flabby will be lean, okay. Both Randhir and Sudhir were arrested and tried. Randhir was found culpable, but Sudhir was said to be, okay. Culpable, that means someone who is the criminal, okay. Culpable, the word culpable means someone who has been found guilty, that means who has done something wrong, okay. So in this context, Randhir is been found guilty, but Sudhir is said to be innocent, okay. Some people believe that innocent was a way to have curse. What is the opposite of curse? Blessing. You can evasive. So what is the opposite of evasive? Someone who is avoiding. So to avoid, that means the opposite will be direct. And these are the words, you can check it out, the word and the meaning, okay. All these words I have given the meaning of them, okay. You can pause and check it out. And these are the other, okay. Now comes the, so following paragraph. Question number 19 to 34. Paragraph is marked 90 below a paragraph against fault and okay. So this is a paragraph, okay, and some of the words have been omitted and you have to choose the correct one, okay. If you see 19 to 34, that means, you know, in the English section there are 50 marks. If this question comes 19 to 34, that means 16 questions and each question consists of 1 mark. That means out of 50, this type of question can carry 16 marks. 16 marks. One question can give you 16 marks, and this is not really that much difficult, okay. We will solve it. We are going to solve it. This question is actually not that difficult, but 16 marks, guys. This is a lot of marks, okay. And okay. So first of all, let us find out. I think there are other options as well. Yeah. So how do you do it? The best and easiest way to do this type of question is by grammatical. Is to find the grammatical error, okay. For example, there is accounts and there is the. So accounts and the, what will come in between? For to with, we'll just put, first we'll put option A, we'll see if it is correct or not. B, C and D, okay. This is the easy way, okay, but the question problem is this is a little bit of time taking, okay, time consuming. This portion is a little bit of time consuming. So if you face this type of question in the exam, I suggest you to do it afterwards, okay. So let's proceed. Okay, I have made some arrangements to solve, I think, yes, okay. We will do like this, okay. So it will be easier for you to understand. So what accounts dash the sex difference? So accounts, if you know about the preposition, okay. In preposition there are phrases. Accounts, in whenever there is accounts, there is only one preposition which is for. Accounts for, okay. Accounts for, you don't have to check other option. Accounts for, okay. What accounts for the? So there is the. Accounts for the sex difference is not clear, okay. So first one will be for. It may be that the boys find it easier to dash in a society. So fight in a society. Boys find it easier to fight in a society. No. Sit in a society. Sit. We don't sit in a society. We sit inside a society, or we sit among the society. Okay. Sit is not the correct word. Okay. We don't sit in a society. Do we sit in a society? Society is not a chair, okay. Is not a chair that we are going to sit in a society. So this is not correct, okay. As I said, optional elimination is the best way to do this type of question. The first one is this, And then adjust, yes, adjust is possible. Boys find it easier to adjust in a society, yes, this is possible. Next option number D is reply. See, boys find it easier to reply in a society, within a society, okay, sit within a society, reply within a society, okay, reply in a society, no, reply within a society, okay, reply is doesn't really fits. Adjust sounds more accurate in this context, okay, so it will be adjust, okay. Reply doesn't really fits into the perspective. So if you, it may be because the boys find it easier to reply in a society which is predominantly reply to whom, what, okay, it is not given in the line, okay, reply to whom, reply in a society, reply to whom, in a society, reply to whom, okay. So adjust is the correct option, I think. We will check it out after we finish completing this one. We will check, okay. Predominantly control dash men. It is by one that it is easier to adjust in a society which is predominantly control dash. So in a society which is predominantly controlled by men, okay, obviously, right, it will be by men, okay, controlled by men in spite of growing emancipation of women, obviously. It may be noted that the problems exist for the girl dash the boy, okay, this is a noun, it may be that the problems exist for the girl dash the boy. So what are the options? Which problem exists for the girl, okay, problems exist for the girl, who the boy, who doesn't sound very correct, whom problem exists for the whom the boy, no, this is also wrong. Which problem exists for the girl, which the boy, no, this is also wrong, okay, you can see, okay, you can see for yourself that this one is wrong. So what will be the correct answer? When. So let us write down when. Okay, now we will go to next page. So for, adjust, by and when. Okay, let us write down. For, adjust, by, when. What accounts for the sex difference is not clear. Let us read from the starting. What accounts for the sex difference is not clear. It may be the boys find it easier to adjust in a society which is still predominantly controlled by men in spite of growing women. It may be the problem exists for the girl when the boy escapes. When the boy escapes, okay. When the boy escapes, when the boy escapes, but boy escapes, but parents are more anxious. Nevertheless, parents are more anxious. So nevertheless, but there, but could be the correct answer, but nevertheless will not be there. Nevertheless is if we have already stated something beforehand. We have not stated anything beforehand, so nevertheless will not be the correct option. Okay, so this is happened. Nevertheless, we still, it is raining outside. Nevertheless, we still went for our match. So there is nothing like that. Okay, there is nothing has been stated. Boy escapes, yet parents know that the problem. This we are talking about the problems that exist for the girl. Okay, yet parents are more anxious. No, it may be that the problem exists for the girl when the boy escapes, yet parents are more anxious about the adolescent daughters. Yet, okay, yet does not make sense, because if you use yet here, that means problem exists for the girl, yet parents are more anxious. Okay, so parents are more anxious because problem exists for the girl. No, Okay, if we use yet here, do you understand what I am trying to say? If we use yet in this option number C, what does it means? That means that the problem exists for the girl, yet parents are more anxious about their adolescent daughter. Yet parents are, this does not make any sense. Okay, why would parents be more anxious about the adolescent daughter when the problem exists for the girl? Okay, yet is contradicting. I haven't done anything wrong, yet my teacher punished me. Okay, it is contradicting. So if we say that the problem exists for the girl, yet parents are more anxious about their adolescent daughter, that means parents should not be anxious about the adolescent daughter. You getting my point? The two statements should be contradictory. Yet is not the correct option. But parents are more anxious about their adolescent daughter. No, it is the same. Yet and but will be the same meaning, will carry the same meaning. Again, I haven't done anything wrong, but the teacher punished me. Okay, so yet and but in this context will be wrong. Okay, so what will be the correct answer? Because. Okay, let me write down. You see how you can do it. Okay, this is how you have to do it. Okay, because parents are more anxious about their adolescent daughters. Okay, let me check the original question. Okay, something is daughters about daughters about. Okay, so this about will not be it will be small letter. Okay, small letter A. More anxious about the adolescent daughters. Why are more anxious about the adolescent daughters? Adequately that more, because parents are more anxious about the adolescent daughters than or more or that about dash adolescent sons. Okay, so there is comparison. Okay, look, in this question parents are more anxious about their adolescent daughters about adolescent sons. So adolescent daughters and adolescent sons, the statement is saying that the parents are more anxious about their adolescent daughters than parents are more anxious about their adolescent son. Okay, this is a comparison. What is saying that parents are more anxious about their adolescent daughters than about their adolescent sons. This is a comparison. Okay, so automatically it will be then. You don't have adequately that, this doesn't make any sense. We are comparing the anxiousness of parents regarding the adolescent daughters and adolescent sons, and parents are more anxious about the adolescent daughters. Okay, and more won't be there. More has been already been used, so more can be there. That about. Okay, that about doesn't make sense. Adequately about. Adequately is something you don't use in case of human. In case of human emotions. Okay, in case of human emotions we do not use the word adequately. Okay, so this will be then. Then about their. Okay, this we already said about their adolescent son. Okay, when we read the statement we already said about their adolescent daughter. Okay, so this will be the option, their adolescent daughter, adolescent sons. Okay, so there is a full stop. Okay, in this question there is a full stop. There is a full stop here. Okay, dash may be that. Okay, question 26. She may be that. They may be that. He may be that. They, she, he may be that. Dash relationship. Okay, no. She may be that girl sensitivity, they may be that girl sensitivity. No, it, see, it may. Okay, whenever there is it, See, she may, she, they, it, there will be might. Okay, after he, in this context, after he there will be might. He might, okay, they might, and she might. So she might, they might, he might. Okay, not may. Here it is may, so it will be it. Okay, it will be it. It may be that, it may be that dash girl sensitivity dash matters of personal relationships. It may be that the girl sensitivity, many girl sensitivity, few girls, more girl sensitivity. The will be the correct. Okay, you can clearly see the. Okay, the will be the correct here. The girl sensitivity dash, girl sensitivity in the matters, in the matters of personal relationship. It may be that the girl sensitivity in the matters of personal relationship. Okay, there will be in. It is very obviously in the matters of personal relation. Less open, less or open to more anxieties. Okay, you don't have, I haven't even watched the option, but I can easily tell there will be two. Okay, see, question number C, and you don't even have to check the option if you can understand what is going on. It may be that the girl sensitivity in the matters of personal relationship. Sensitivity in, okay, sensitivity is always there is, when there is sensitivity or curiosity or any sort of interest, any sort of emotional interest, it will always be in the matters of that less are open to. Okay, so this will be two more anxieties. It dash B, she is more disturbed by existing confusion. We are considering it dash B, she is more disturbed by existing confusion. So we can't use negative. Okay, we are considering a situation. It, whenever it dash be, so can't, ought be, shall be. No, shall is not correct answer. It may be. Okay, it may be that she is more disturbed by existing confusion. Again, we are considering. It may be. So it always be may. Okay. It may be she is more disturbed by existing confusion. As values, by values. Existing, she is more disturbed by existing confusion. Then values, no. Then cannot be. As values, no. By values, no. She is more disturbed by existing confusion of values. Confusion of. There are only two prepositions which are used: confusion of, confusion about. Okay, or confused about. Okay, confused about, confusion of values. So it will be of. Of values. Then was boys, are could be possible. Was boys, no. Of values, then confusion of values, then of boys, no. Is boys, no, it is already plural, so is not possible, was is not possible. Okay, the noun used here is boys, it is plural, so was and is not possible, are is possible. Values, then are boys. Okay. It may be the girls dash. It may be the girls dash facility. Girls dash facility. So this is makes her more willing. Makes her more willing to write about personal problems. So we are talking about, it may be that the girls dash facility, that means that facility is less, okay, lesser or fewer. Greater, there will be greater or much. We are talking about less, something which is less, something which is smaller in value, okay. The girl's dash facility is because the girl is incapable of expressing herself. She is more willing to write about personal problems. She cannot express herself in words, okay, that's why she is writing about personal problems. So it will be lesser or fewer. Girls fewer facility. Fewer is used in comparison to amounts, okay, of things, of substances. So fewer is not correct, so it will be lesser, okay, so it will be lesser. Lesser herself in dash, so in herself in words, okay. Just now I said that the girl's leisure facility expressing herself in words, okay. You don't even have to look at the option, it is quite obvious that she can't express herself in words, that's why she is writing about personal problems, so it will be words, okay. Let me write it down. So it will be words, okay. And this completes the. So let us, what accounts for the sex difference is not clear. It may be that the boys find it easier to adjust in a society which is still predominantly controlled by men in spite of growing emancipation of women. It may be that the problem exists for the girl when the boy escapes because parents are more anxious about their adolescent daughters than about their adolescent sons. It may be that the girl sense sensitivity in matters of personal relationships, lays her open to more anxieties. It may be that she is more disturbed by existing confusion of values than our boys. It may be that the girl's leisure facility in expressing herself in words make her willing to write personal problems, okay. Okay, moving on to next question. Okay, choose the most suitable word. So you have to find the most suitable word. You have to be very careful regarding this type of questions. So how many countries have sent medicines for dash of the latest fighting? Okay, so injured and wounded sound almost same, okay. Injured and wounded sound almost same. So if this one is correct, this one should also be correct. And culprits, we do not send medicine for the culprits, so the correct option is victims. In many countries, poor children face a grim dash for existence. So what type of for existence we do? Struggle. People struggle for existence, okay. Dash is still common in many countries even though it is illegal. Slavery. A large area of northeast India has been shaken by a major earthquake, okay. Shaken will be the correct word. Tremble, has been shaken, okay. So grammatically this will be the correct answer, okay. At the traffic lights there are poor people begging for money. This one was easy. And these are the word and the meaning: injured, wounded, enslavement, servility, trembled, shaken. Okay, now question number 40 to 43. These are the jumbled words, okay. You have to, first of all, you have to arrange these words in the proper manner to form a meaningful sentence, okay. Choose the correct sequence of words which represent the correct arrangement of the sentence, or you have to form a meaningful sentence. See, there are three ways to do it, okay. There are three ways to do it, to this type of question. One is the hard way. So number one way is the hard way, okay. Hard way. So what is the hard way? Hard way is the grammatical way. Grammatical way, which I am going to show you soon. And number way is the option elimination, okay. And number three is no the sentence. Okay, know the sentence. I will show you here. So these are the different parts of a sentence. Okay, subject plus verb, subject plus verb plus object. These are the different types of sentence. So the basic thing is you have to find the subject. That is your first thing, and then you have to find the verb, and then you have to find the object or complement or adjunct, any of this. Subject, that means subject plus verb plus object or complement or adjunct. Okay, I have given some example. What exactly is this? So object is the what the noun have, complement is related to the noun, okay, and adjunct is related to the verb. Okay, Madhu reached early. Madhu reached what? Reached what? Early. I am an, I am, I, what is me? I am an Indian. My name is what? Gina. Okay, so this is the basic formation. Subject plus verb plus object or complement or adjunct. If first thing you have to find the subject. What is the subject? The subject is the noun. Okay, you have to find the noun. I will show you by doing the question number 40. So in question number 40, where trade, to, angels, in, fear, rush and fools. So you can see there are two nouns. Number one is the fools. So we will say subject number 1, and another subject is the subject number 2. Okay, so there are two options, subject number 1 and subject number 2. Now that you have found two subjects, now you have to find the verb. Okay, so there are again two verbs. If you see, there are two verbs. This is verb number 1 and this is verb number 2. Okay, so as you can see, it is the hard way, that means the grammatical way. If you try to do in this way, it will take a lot of time. Okay, this question will become very time consuming. So what will you do? We will follow the basic steps. That means we will find the subject. So as I said, this is subject number 1 and this is subject number 2. Okay, what is it? 4 and 8. That means we will choose the option elimination. Okay, so 8. In our option, this one is 8, this one is 8. Is there any 4? No. So this is not the subject. Okay, so 8 will be the first one. 8. Okay, then there is 6 and there is 7. So 8, fool's fear, this is possible, or fool's rush. Fool's fear what? Okay, so if you look, let us consider fool's fear rush. Fool's fear rush 8, 6 and 7. Fool's fear rush, does it make any sense? No. Okay, it does not make any sense. Okay, fool's fear rush 8, 6, 7. Option number A, fool's fear rush, it does not make any sense. So what will be the correct answer? Option number D. That's it. Okay, I was planning to write here, that's why I kept this line, but there is no need. This is the correct answer. Okay, if you do this, you will be easy. And number 3 is know the sentence. That means if you already know what would be the sentence, for example, memory liar a good, okay, this is a, what does it means? A liar needs a good memory. Okay, I will write it down. Let me write it down. A liar needs a good memory. This is a proverb. If you already know the proverb, if you already know the sentence, you can easily do that. Okay, so A there is 2, there is 3 and 4, 4, 5. So I think this will be the correct answer, right? 3 to A liar, yes, this is the correct answer. Okay, these are the, in these two ways you can do it. I am giving you the answer. What will be the answer? Question number 42. Okay, what will the answer? The price so this one will be the eternal vigilance. Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty. This one again know the sentence. Okay, so number B. And 14C will be which soul the ease of brevity. Brevity is the soul of wit. I think brevity is the soul of wit. This one is, yeah, I know the sentence. Okay, I know the sentence, that's why I can easily mark. Okay, otherwise you have to do by option elimination. Okay, as you can see, 2 is given as the soul. Soul the, see you can eliminate soul 2 3. Okay, 2 3 soul the, that is incorrect, so this is eliminated. Okay, 2 6 soul brevity, this doesn't make any sense, this one is eliminated. 3 1 the wit soul, no, this one also makes sense, so this is the correct answer. Okay, you can easily do that. And next is again synonyms. Okay, so we'll do this. Homage means respect and reverence. Arbiter is appointed by two parties to settle a dispute. Resume is the summary. 46B. And then is the antonym. Okay, can you do that yourself? I have mentioned the name. Meaning nominally dance doing something name only but in reality. What is the opposite? What will be the opposite of nominal? Exorbitant. Dereliction means the state of being abandoned or neglected. So what will be the opposite? Observance. Sensate means to tell somebody in a stubborn form that they have done something wrong. Okay. So what will be the opposite? Complimented. You compliment something. Okay. Solemnly, that means formally or dignified manner. So what will be the opposite? It will be flippantly. And I have given you all the word meaning. And now is the assamese part. So kuntu khuddho likha. So we know deutakok. Okay, in Assamese deutakok. Apunar deutakok, tor deutakok. So tor deuta will be the correct answer. Tor bape is bap shobdoto ami okhomiya use na koru. So question number 52 is kal kebid. So kal tinibid. তলকুণ্ড ক্ষুদ্ধ ক্ষুদ্ধ শব্দ ক্ষুদ্ধ, so এটি অভিলাষ, it will be দন্ত্যক্ষ। তলৰ ক্ষুদ্ধ বাক্যটো বাছি উলিওৱা। তোমাৰ মা এগৰাকী শাৰদী মহিলা। তলৰ কোনটো শব্দ স্ত্ৰীলিংগ ৰূপটো অশুদ্ধ কৰি দেখুওৱা আছে? তাৱৈনিত নহ'ব। তাৱৈৰ স্ত্ৰীলিংগটো কি হ'ব? আমৈ। আমৈ। তাৱৈ আমৈ। চ' এইটো হ'ব কাৰেক্ট অপশ্যন। গোট গৰু জতুৱা ঠাটৰ অৰ্থ কি? গোট গৰু মানে মহামূৰ্খ। মানুহজনৰ বৰ হাত দীঘল, তেনেহ'লে এইটো মানুহজন বৰ প্ৰভাৱশালী। সি এটা সদৰ পচলা, এই বাক্যটোৰ অৰ্থ কি? সি এইটো সদৰ পচলা মানে সিবোৰ এলেহুৱা। নপদ ফুকন শব্দটো কি? নিজে নিজে ডাঙৰ বুলি ভাবা লোক। মাটিৰ মানুহ বুলি কাক বুজায়? সেইটো নিচেই খোজা মানুহ, একদম বহুত বেছি খোজা মানুহ বুলি কয় যে তেখেতক মাটিৰ মানুহ। ৰজা নোৱাইকে বজাৰ ক্ষমতা চলোৱা লোকক কি বোলে? উঠি ৰজা বুলি কয়। তলৰ কোনটো শুদ্ধ? চাই লওক কোনটো শুদ্ধ হ'ব। পৰিষ্কাৰ, এইটো শুদ্ধ হ'ব। সংস্কৃত শব্দটি ক্ষুদ্র রূপৰ সন্ধি তলৰ কোণেৰে হৈছে সমযোগকৃত সমস্কৃত শংকৰদেৱক কাছাৰীৰ উপদ্ৰৱ কৰিব নোৱাৰি প্ৰথমতে ক'ত আশ্ৰয় লৈছিলে গাংমুত শংকৰদেৱ প্ৰচাৰ কৰা ধৰ্মটোৰ নাম কি একশৰণ নাম ধৰ্ম চন্দ্ৰ কুমাৰ আগৰৱালাক সম্বোধন কৰা আলোচনীৰ নাম কি জনা কি আৰু এইটো ক'ত হৈছিল এইটো আলোচনীটো ক'ত প্ৰবেশ কৰিছিল এইটো কলকাতা কেলকাতা 1889 লক্ষ্মীনাথ বেজবৰুৱাৰ ৰচিত আত্মজীৱনীৰ নাম কি হ'ব মোৰ জীৱন সোঁৱৰণ শংকৰদেৱ বুঢ়ী মাকৰ নাম কি আছিল খেৰচুটি ডক্টৰ ভৱেন্দ্ৰনাথ শইকীয়া ৰচনা কৰা নাটকখন ডক্টৰ ভৱেন্দ্ৰনাথ শইকীয়া ৰচনা কৰা নাটকখনৰ নাম কি আছিল শান্তশিষ্ট হৃষ্টপুষ্ট মহাদুষ্ট অসম সাহিত্য সভাৰ প্ৰথম সভাপতিজন হ'ল কোনে আছিলে পদ্মনাথ গোহাঁই বৰুৱা সবে জানে আৰু এইটো প্ৰথম যেটো সাহিত্য সভা ক'ত হৈছিলে শিৱসাগৰ আৰু কোনটো চনত হৈছিলে 1917 আৰু এইটোৰ লগতে ষ্টেনোগ্ৰাফাৰৰ যেটো এক্সাম আছিলে মানে পেপাৰটো আছিলে এইটো শেষ হৈ গ'ল 70টা কোৱেশ্চন আছিলে আমালোকে সলভ কৰিছো ওকে ওকে নেক্সট লন অ্যাটেন্ডেন্ট আইজাৰ ব্ৰাঞ্চৰ যেটো অসমীয়া সেকশন নাই সৰু পেপাৰ হয় আৰু জিকে জিএস বিলাকে বহুত ইজি হয় তেতিয়াহ'লে অলপমান কৈ দিয়াটো ভাল স্টেট বাৰৰ মিজোৰাম এইটো আমাৰ কাৰণ প্ৰয়োজন নহয় এনে নামটো এইটো হ'ব অপশ্যন ডি ফিফা ৱৰ্ল্ড কাপ এইটো আকৌ আহিছে ঠিক আছে এতিয়া আমালোকে জানো অলপমান আগতে দেখিছোঁ আৰ্জেণ্টিনা নৰ্থ এণ্ড সাউথ আমেৰিকান কাণ্ট্ৰি হুইচ অফ দ্য ফলোইং ইজ নৰ্থ এণ্ড সাউথ আমেৰিকান কাণ্ট্ৰি ইটালী হুইচ ইজ দ্য লাৰ্জেষ্ট কাণ্ট্ৰি ইন দ্য ৱৰ্ল্ড ৰাছিয়া হু was the first prime minister of India Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru okay how many moons the earth have one which is the following cricket team tournament Warrior Giants who is considered the father of computer Charles Babbage movement was in the year 1942 who was the first person to walk on the moon Neil Armstrong Independence Day 15 August runners up is Republic of South Africa men's champions trophy runners up is not South Africa it is the men's ICC T20 World Cup 2024 New Zealand okay New Zealand is the runners up Many Dorsal Kuma was written by Jim Corbett Statue of Liberty is in United States of America Octagon 8 not a state in India Mirzapur Festival of Colors Holi Chief Justice of Gauhati High Court according to this question it was Justice Bishnoi okay it is the largest planet in the solar system Jupiter so this question is very similar to the chopper question we just did before Gauhati High Court does not exercise in which of the states so which of the following will be the states Meghalaya Battle of Plassey was fought in 1757 United Nations was founded 1945 who wrote the play Romeo and Juliet William Shakespeare process by which plants convert sunlight to energy photosynthesis okay this one is repeated question okay please ignore it question number 25 which one is not won a medal in the which of the following is not won a medal of the Olympics Prakash Padukone father of Deepika Padukone which national park is situated in northeast India Kaziranga National Park and these are the list of the athletes who have won okay KD Yadav is the first athlete who have won medal in Olympics and first female Indian athlete Karna Maleswari okay first Indian to win gold Abhinav Bindra and first athlete from Northeast Mary Kom and as you can see who discovered penicillin in 1928 Alexander Fleming longest river in India Nile who painted the famous temple famous painting Mona Lisa? Leonardo da Vinci. Who is the fastest land animal? Cheetah. Correct spelling? C. Ravi is taller than Risby. Call it a ray. That means decide or agree to stop doing something. Apple of my eye means very favorite person. What is the synonym of acrimony? Acrimony means hostility. That means hatred. That means hostility. What is the antonym of scourge? Scourge means a person or thing that causes great trouble or suffering. That means reward. So it is the opposite of scourge, will be reward. Fill in the blanks. The Great Wall of China, because there is only one Great Wall of China. Cricket is a sport. The World War I started in the year 1918. We were shocked at the news that Raj's mother expired yesterday. So remaining questions are basic reasoning. So we'll skip this question. Okay, and this finishes the lawn attendant paper. Moving on to next question. It is the law clerk. Okay, this one is also that not much difficult, but it has the assamese section. So we have to find the same meaning. That means synonym. Abash means to make someone feel embarrassed, discontented, or ashamed. So the closest is a blush. Elegance means loyalty or commitment to superior group. So it is obviously loyalty. Intensify, that means aggravate. Prohibit, that means forbid. Colossal, that means gigantic. Timid, that means bold. Timid is something which is shy. Okay, as you can see, shy, lacking courage. Idle, that means someone who is not working. So its opposite will be, remember we have to find the most closely opposite. So efficient. Sanctity, sanctity means the state of being holy or sacred. So what will be the correct option? It will be unlawfulness. Consistency, that means opposite will be inconsistency. Okay. The people in the theatre area, audience. Book containing of all branches of knowledge. It will be encyclopedia. Hater of learning and knowledge. So it will be mythologist. Animal who eats flesh or other animal, carnivorous. One who eats everything, omnivorous. And these are the some of the meaning. Anthology means literary works, directory. Bibliophile, person who collects, loves or collects books. Misogynist who dislikes or despises woman, woman hater. Gourmet means refined taste in food and drink. Someone who has refined taste and enjoys and cuisine. Omnipotent, that means unlimited power or authority. Then is the possible meaning is idiomatic, correct meaning. The back out, that means withdraw from. Bandy words, that means argue. Be down in the dumps. Be down in the dumps means appear miserable. To be the be to the fore. Be to the fore means be prominent. Curl one's lip, that means show scorn. And we have to find the correct meaning of these words. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, feasible. Okay, conduit. I am going fast because you can easily do it. Very easy. Sedate, navigation, habits. And we have to find the preposition. The preposition part is a little bit hard. You have to be very careful. Okay, and usually it is easy, but you have to be careful before choosing the right option. Okay, so for example, question number 26 says dash the corner of the street stood a policeman. That means someone is standing. So when you stand, what do you stand? You stand on something. Okay, it is clearly written stood, corner of the street stood a policeman. Someone is standing and someone is standing on something. So correct option will be on. Is there any other on? No. So this will be on. On the corner with an umbrella. I must hold a discussion with you about something. See, D. Discussion with a person about something. There was no agreement among. Is there no among? Among is between more than two, and between is two people. Okay, two people. Only two people who is between. More than two people who is among. So among will be the Correct answer. There is no agreement among the great powers on a treaty to ban nuclear weapons. You must dispense with. Dispense means something to finish. That means to stop. Okay, this is a phrase, idioms and phrases. Okay, and I have given a little bit about the place and position in, inside something, and in time, it means years, model, on, so you can study it if you want. Okay, now the general knowledge part. Who was the father of Srimanta Shankardeva? Kusumbar Bhuya. Who wrote Sonit Kuwari? Jyoti Prasad Agarwala. During whose reign Wilson visited Assam? Bhaskar Burman. Who wrote Mir Chikar Kahini? Tarun Ram Phukon. Ram Navami drama advocates widow marriage. Which famous reformer wrote it? So it is Gonoviram Borua. So I have added some details about Tarun Ram Phukon and Ram Navami. Okay. So Tarun Ram Phukon, the first president of the International Congress of Assam. His death anniversary is celebrated as Deshbhakti Divas, which is in 20th July. Okay, and Ram Navami is the first social drama. Lora Bundhu is the first children magazine of Assam, published in Arunodai. Okay, and Gunoviram Borua also wrote Assam Buranji. His second wife also widow, whose name was Vishnupriya Devi, whom he married in 1879. Ukhua and Aure. What are Ukhua and Aure? Kinds of rice. Which of the following communities is Shashpani? So, which I think it is Ahom. Yes, Ahoms is Shashpani. What is Jou? Jou is a rice beer. It is used by Boros. Boro people, the Boro community. Okay. The Boro community. Okay. So, these are the various names of rice beer. These are the various names of rice beer, and these are the tribes. So this rice beer is called Apam by the Mishing community, Zutho by the Angami and Chaksagan tribe, Yu by Meti, Judima by Dimasa, Chuak by Chuarak by Tripuri, and Bichi by Garo. Okay. What is the scientific name of betel nut? Elena Kechu. What is the important nutrient of Panitenga? It is mustard seed. Then is the question number 51 to 100 is the legal knowledge. So this is only for those who have done doctorate and postgraduate in law. So we will skip it. Okay. Then is the assamese section. Bisheshwar বা বিশেষণের পরিবর্তন. So কপার বিশেষণ কি হবে? কপাহী, নগর, নগরিয়া, অন্তর, আন্তরিক, অন্তর আন্তরিক, আরাম আরামি, জ্যেষ্ঠ জেঠুয়া. বিপরীত শব্দ বাসিমূলক. উপর, বিপরীত শব্দ আছে উপরের অপোজিট কি হবে? তল. গরমের অপোজিট শীত. শোকৰ অপোজিট হর্ষ. আষাঢ় অনাষাঢ়. বিরহ অবিরহ. বিরহর অপোজিট মিলন. অবিরহ, অবিরহ বলে কোৱা নাই, মিলন. এটা শব্দ প্রকাশ করা যি রাতি সরে নিশাচর. বকত যার জন্ম পঙ্কজ. যি পরাধীন পরাধীন. যি জলস্বরে জলাশর বা জলস্বর. ঘর নাই যার অঘরি. ঠিক আছে. নেক্সট ইজ শব্দবিলাকৰ স্ত্ৰীলিংগ বাছি ওলোৱা. মামা, মামী, মিতা, মিতিনী, মুনি, তিরতা. মুনি তিরতা. মুনি স্ত্রীলিঙ্গ তিরতা হয়. ঠিকই আছে. বলদ গাই আর সফল সফলা. ওকে. এইটোৰ লগত আমাৰ ল ক্লাৰ্কৰ যিটো পেপাৰ আছিলে এখন শেষ হ'ল. ঠিক আছে. লাষ্ট পেপাৰ জুডিচিয়েল এছিষ্টেণ্ট. এইটো সোনকালে কৰা যাম, ইজি হয় এইটো. So in which city the Mahakumbh commenced? Prayagraj. Jhumu dance featuring 8,000 tea tribe. So Jhumu dance featuring 8,000 tea tribe, Assam. Kutch Ajrak GI tag. এটু কি হয়? Kutch Ajrak মানে Kutch Ajrak হল ট্রেডিশনাল টেক্সটাইল ক্রাফট। বিটিং রিট্রিট যেটা বিজয় চক দিল্লিতে হয়, এটা কোন তারিখে হয়? জানুয়ারি 29। ভারতীয় কলা মহোৎসব এটি কোথায় হয়? তেলেঙ্গানা। ভারতীয় কলা মহোৎসব কোথায়? তেলেঙ্গানাতে হয়। আর গ্রেট ভারত গৌরব লাক্সারি টুরিস্ট ট্রেন রুট ইন্ডিয়া লগত কোনে করেছে? নেপালে করেছে। Which country India signs cultural property agreement? USA. Headquarters of UNESCO. Where is the headquarters of UNESCO? Paris. Which state celebrates Cockburg Day? Tripura. In which state Soliga tribe knows tradition honey collection practices? Soliga tribe. So where it is from? It is from Karnataka. Grand Terminal Center of Pakistan is the world's largest railway station. Fire temple is a place of worship of fire temple. In which religion it is found? Zoroastrianism. The ozone layer restrict ultraviolet radiation. Escape velocity of a rocket get rid of the Earth's gravitational pull. Fits with the description Indian cotton merchant, banker, congressman. We have found, we already know G.D. Birla. Indian Bismarck, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And this Bismarck, who is Bismarck? He is the Otto von Bismarck who unified Germany. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is also known as the Iron Man of India, and he was given the title Sardar by Gandhi, but first it was by the Bardoli woman, because the Bardoli Satyagraha which took place in 1928, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was lead the Bardoli Satyagraha. Okay, a Mohammedan plan given the right to decide whether with a joiner. So who was given a choice to join India or Pakistan? NWFP, Northeast Frontier Princely States and the Sylhet district of Assam. So Republic of Buddha belonged to Sakyas. Yavanika meant curtain. CP Gram's platform function under which of the following departments? So CP Gram function under the Department of Administrative Information and Public Grievances. Santosh Trophy, National Football Championship. So who won the Santosh Trophy? West Bengal. Title of which Samantha Harbour in the Booker Prize? It is Orbital. So the following give up the Chica microwave is microprocessors. Computer questions are very easy. Computer understand, it is only understand binary language. USB stands for Universal Serial Bus. And this one is the arrangement. So first is given, what is the proper sequence? When he, it is a pronoun. So when he heard the hue and cry, so he has heard the hue and cry at night, he was nervous and did not know what to do. Yes, very easy. When he heard, so this one is the correct option. It has been established that Einstein, that although a great scientist, although a great scientist, Einstein was weak in arithmetic right from his school days. Okay, so B is be the correct option. Then it struck me, of course, suitable. Then it struck me. Then of course. Then it struck me. Then it struck me how eminently suitable it was. Of course. So Q will come last. Okay. So C will be the correct option. I read an advertisement that said fully furnished rooms. Said that posh air condition. Obviously they are talking about rooms. So before rooms it will be posh and air condition. Okay. I read an advertisement that posh air conditioned fully furnished rooms are available for gentlemen of taste. So the correct option will be B, PSQRQ. You just have to match the following. Okay, you just have to make a meaningful sentence. This is easy. This is much easier than the one we did before in the stenographer paper. Since the beginning of the history, the Eskimos and Red Indians have managed to catch a few specimens of according by a very difficult method. Yes, this seems to be the correct answer. Yes, QPSR. The Eskimos and the Red Indians have managed to catch a few specimens. Okay, this is easy. Okay. One who talks in his sleep, it is somnolentist. One who believes in fate, we have already found that expression, fatalist. VIP, it is known as outriders, I think. It will be the outriders. Yes, outriders. An uxorious man is one who is extremely fond of his wife. A louder demand, it is protest or clamor or encourage. Which one will be the correct answer? Protest is wrong. Okay, it is clamor. A louder demand is clamor, not protest. Okay, I think this one is wrong. Okay, she hadn't eaten all day by the time she got home. Okay, I have given the meaning, so you can see that it will be C. So always dash over because if you start in a sense of responsibility, so this will be punctual. Condense dash her sister, provoke her sister. The dress ideal or scintillated, that means sparkled or shone brightly. If you will not do homework on your own volition, I have no choice but to penalize if it is not done in time. And the doctor gave me a prescription for my cough. He gave a talk dash the causes of on the causes of dengue fever. Nowadays Rekha studies throughout the whole day. After long discussion, I prevailed upon. Okay, prevailed is a word and upon is a pronoun. This is a idiom. Okay, this is an idiom. It is called prevailed upon. He is indebted to his friend for a large sum. Indebted to someone. Okay, so for a large sum. To smell a rat, that means to be suspicious. To move heaven and earth, to try everything possible. To take someone for a ride, to deceive someone. To take to one's heels, that means to run away. To be all at sea, that means lost and confused. Reasoning and aptitude question. Okay, so let's directly move to the assamese part. Donga তলৰ কোনটো শব্দ লগত পানী ডোঙা মিন্স খাল ঠিক আছে খাল বস্তুৰ পৰিমাণ বুজিবলৈ বহুবচনৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত ব্যৱহাৰ কৰা এটা প্ৰত্যয় তো বস্তুৰ পৰিমাণ বুজিবলৈ বহুবচন বস্তুৰ পৰিমাণ বুজিবলৈ বহুবচনৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত ব্যৱহাৰ হোৱা এটা প্ৰত্যয় তো কি হয় মখা সম্বোধনৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত ডাঙৰীয়া শব্দটো ব্যৱহৃত ৰচনাৰ প্ৰত্যয় কোনটো সকলোকে বুজাও আমি ডাঙৰীয়া বুলি তলৰ কোনটো শুদ্ধ সো তলৰ কোনটো শুদ্ধ হ'ব নিখাদ বাকি গুলো রং দন্তস্ব হ'ব মূৰ্ধন্য নহয় দন্তস্ব হ'ব ইয়াতে মূৰ্ধন্য হ'ব আর ইয়াতে মূৰ্ধন্য হ'ব দীপাৱলী দীপাৱলী এটো কিন্তু দীপ যুগ আবেলি জুলাইটো দীপাৱলী এনে বুজি পায় তলত দিয়া জতুৱা ঠাটৰ কোনটো অৰ্থ শুদ্ধ জতুৱা ঠাটৰ কোনটো অৰ্থ শুদ্ধ হ'ব গাই বাইছা পাঁচ হকা and last two pages তলত কোনটো বাক্য শুদ্ধ তলত কোনটো বাক্য শুদ্ধ হ'ব তলা নলা পোৱা মানে গুপ্ত কথাজন এটাই হ'ব এটাই কারেক্ট এটাই কারেক্ট হ'ব পাৰে এটো কারেক্ট এটো আনসার হৈ যাব তলৰ কপাল শব্দটোৰ লগত সংগত হোৱা জতুৱা ঠাটৰ নাম কি তো কপালৰ লগত জতুৱা ঠাটৰ নামটো কি হ'ব কপাল ফুল 1228 চনত নাগা সাম্ৰাজ্যৰ সমিতি উপস্থিত অসমত অসম ৰাজ্য স্থাপনৰ মৃত্যুবৰণ কৰা আহোম স্বৰ্গদেউৰ নাম কি? তো চাওলুং চুকাফা স্থাপন কৰিছিলে আহোম ৰাজ্য। হুয়েন চাং অসমলৈ আহিছিলে কুমাৰ ভাস্কৰ বৰ্মন। অসমীয়া স্বাধীনতা আন্দোলনৰ নেতা গুৱাহাটীত পোনপ্ৰথমে চাইকেল উৰুৱা আৰু দেশভক্ত নামেৰে প্ৰচলিত ব্যক্তিজনৰ নাম কি? অসম স্বাধীনতা আন্দোলনৰ নেতা কোনে আছিলে? তৰুণৰাম ফুকন। মই আপোনাৰ আগতে নাম কৈছোঁ তেখেতৰ কথা। 1979 বছৰ সময় আন্দোলনত মৃত্যুবৰণ কৰা প্ৰথম শহীদ কোনে আছিল? তো তেখেতৰ নাম কি আছিল? খগেশ্বৰ তালুকদাৰ। অসমৰ প্ৰথম মুখ্যমন্ত্ৰী কোন আছিল? তো গোপীনাথ বৰদলৈ। কেন্দ্ৰীয় মন্ত্ৰীসভাত মন্ত্ৰিত্ব লাভ কৰা প্ৰথম অসমীয়া মহিলাগৰাকীৰ নাম কি আছিল? ৰেণুকা দেৱী বৰকাকতি। ঠিক আছে। চ' তেখেতক 6th লোকসভা 1917 তেখেতে মানে মন্ত্ৰী হৈছিলে। কংগ্ৰেছৰ প্ৰথম সাধাৰণ সভাৰ আৰু কেতিয়া অনুষ্ঠিত হৈছিল? পাণ্ডুত হৈছিল 1926। পাণ্ডু 1926। ইংৰাজী ভাৰতত প্ৰতিষ্ঠা প্ৰথম চাহ উদ্যোগ কোনটো? চাহ উদ্যোগ ইষ্ট ইণ্ডিয়া কোম্পানীৰ দ্বাৰা স্থাপিত কোনটো হ'ব? চাবুৱা চাহ বাগিচা। সূৰ্যৰ আটাইতকৈ ওচৰত থকা গ্ৰহটো হ'ল কোনটো হৈ যাব? বুধ। সৰ্বোত্তম বৃহত্তম হ'ল জুপিটাৰ বৃহস্পতি। আৰু শিক্ষিত হাৰ আটাইতকৈ বেছি থকা ৰাজ্যখনৰ নাম কি হ'ব? কেৰালা। বিখ্যাত নদীদ্বীপ দেশ জিলাত অৱস্থিত। চ' এইটো কি? মাজুলী জিলাত অৱস্থিত। ঠিক আছে। আৰু এইটোৰ লগত আমাৰ লাষ্ট যিটো পেপাৰ আছিলে জুডিচিয়েল এছিষ্টেণ্ট, এইটো শেষ হ'ল। চ' উই হেভ কাম টু দ্য এণ্ড অফ দ্য শ্লাইড। And if you like what you see, if you have enjoyed, if you learned something from this video, I know this is a long video, but it was very important. There are a lot of things to explain, so it became a long video. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more POQs. Part C of the law assistant exam I will upload it soon. And if you haven't watched the other videos, please like and subscribe. Okay, thank you guys.